Alright guys, welcome back to the channel. In this video we're covering Operation Medic Bag update number 23, Mask Mania and Music. So hello heisters, Payday 3 had its first in-game event. This is normally where we brag and let you all know how well you did, and you did do well, but the event didn't quite pan out as we had hoped. So let's have a look at where we went wrong and what we learned for the future. So to recap what the event was, there's more details on the blog post, you can look at that, but so great, right? No, not really. We did do the math. We were calculating how much players would be expected to earn over the event period. In said calculations, we expected you to unlock 2 masks, right? That's 2 out of the 4, and reach about 40 to 50% on the other 2. Instead, you unlocked 1 mask and got 55 to 85% on the other 3. A predictable result if you pause a moment to consider things. Yes, it is a predictable result, but is it a result that the players wanted? No, not really. What went well? It's not all doom and gloom, so let's start with looking at what went well. More players joined the game. Yes, more players did. Not quite a lot, I don't think. Seems like the event was enough of a draw for some to start the game. Nice. A lot of you got extremely efficient at your chosen heist. Good job, heisters. Yes, doing the same heist over and over. You're hopefully going to get really good at it. Our analytics did what we had predicted. We had a few accidents, but we're able to easily and quickly adjust. And then also, you unlocked one of the masks. Yippee! Probably the worst one, I think, is the shark. Could be wrong, though. What went wrong? A few things did go wrong. 1, vacations. The people who organized the event were on holiday when the event started, and that caused some issues with communication. Yes, indeed. Why would the people who organized the event go on vacation? You know what I mean? We don't have any in-game messaging at the moment, meaning players were largely unaware of the event unless they happened to check our website or socials. This especially affected the console communities. Yeah, so it would be nice to have an in-game feature, kind of like Call of Duty has like messaging every fucking day of the week on there. I mean, other games have that too, but just using that as an example. We didn't think out the rules properly. That is the big one. Yeah, you did not do that. Had we made it a progression bar and put the mask on the bar, it would have been fine. Or we could have made it a vote where the 2 or 3 most played heists lead to a mask getting chosen. I mean, that would have been nice. Obviously, Disco Molly would never have been picked, because it would have been at the very end. But definitely having the progression bar, like how you did on the website, was perfect. Just put that in game. That would have been nice. We didn't show our numbers, meaning the goal felt impossible from the beginning, causing many to give up early. For the record, the cash goal was 100 billion cash for each mask. Yes. So, I mean, to start off with, maybe day 1 was like, okay, I'm grinding this. We're gonna get this done. I'm gonna get this mask in like 2 days, right? At the end of day 1, it's like, I don't know what's going on here. And then the start of day 2, like, okay, I gotta grind. Come on, I want to get this mask, right? Halfway through day 2 and at the end of day 2 is like, okay, this is not fucking happening, man. This is not gonna work. And then after that is like, don't even try. Just wait for the damn challenges to come out for it. And then we had a data hiccup, causing some people to accuse us of trying to fib the numbers. We didn't. I wouldn't necessarily call you guys fibbing the numbers, but definitely towards the end when that double money came out, was like, the spike in contribution you see on Sunday morning was us compensating for loud heists being mistakenly capped in their contribution. If you felt like it was pointless since the mask would be available through challenges after the event, yes. You know what I mean? Like halfway through, I'm like, bro, just don't even waste your time. Just wait for the challenges. You'll probably have more fun doing the challenges potentially. If they're hardcore, you know what I mean? They claim to be hardcore. I want them to be hardcore. We didn't set what heists to play based on earning potential, but by heist themes, meaning people chose their favorites when they weren't trying for the event. What now? We're waiting for the mask to be released. The Shakedown Shark will be unlocked automatically to anyone that played during the event, and the remaining 3 will be made available, but locked behind devilishly difficult challenges. So the one thing I want to point out is devilishly and hardcore do not mean the same thing, to my knowledge. So what kind of challenges are we talking about? Okay, but we need to get this difficulty level straightened out here. Or is this just like a new difficulty? You know what I mean? Like overkill and then devilishly? Is that like the next one up? Are we changing it up, guys? That might be a thing. I have no idea, but we need more info on the difficulty here. You know what I mean? But moving on, we've had a good long talk about where we went wrong, what we want to improve for the future, and what we think went well. Lessons learned. The masks are still in production. The Shakedown Shark will be made available to anyone that played during the event in the next content update. Well, hopefully that is here soon. I don't know if they're doing anything in August. I could be wrong, but I know they said something about September. But we'll have to stay in the loop. The other masks and their respective challenges are coming in a later update. This also means that those who didn't participate in the event will need to wait until then to get Shakedown Shark. So enjoy your temporary exclusivity. I don't think anybody's really going to be missing out on the shark mask. That's for Chads. So this is one thing that I do like that they put in is like stats. You know what I mean? I think this is the most stats Starbreeze has shared with us so far, and it's very nice to see. But this is the day, so Tuesday through Monday is what the time frame was here. And these white bars was the maintenance shutdown around Wednesday, 10 to 12, I believe, or maybe 11 to 12. That's what it seems like here. And this green bar was that situation where the money just skyrocketed and like double. It was like, what the hell is going on here? And then eventually it got reset back down to its original number. And then all of a sudden something else happened where it was like a data error and then just went right back down immediately. So I didn't notice this, but I definitely noticed this one here. And then after that, it was like kind of, do I even really want to play? I mean, it's still going on here. And then at Saturday is when another event happened where they were doing the double the money here. After that, it just skyrocketed for the shark. Everything else was going up at a steady pace for sure. But unfortunately, we only got one mask. And then these little jump ups here for Disco Molly and the Shark were loud heist caps because apparently there are cheaters that can just give themselves infinite amount of money. And that would have just unlocked these masks probably day one in the first like 2 hours. All right, moving on. We did get some good stats from the event. And since we are good guys, we'd like to share some stuff. First up, let's clear things up regarding the data spikes. In the first graph, you will see where the spikes happened and what they were. I already read those off to you guys. So for the Mania event, we have some numbers here. All numbers are counted based on successful completion heists with loot. So the total amount collected was $308 billion, which should have been enough for 3 masks, but obviously as a community, we all like different masks. So it was a long shot to try to get us to do all the masks or at least 2 of them, but we did get one, thank God. But so for Shakedown Shark, $110 billion. And then Gearhead Grudge was 81 billion, which actually isn't bad. If you take this 10 billion here, that'd have been 91. Potentially, if this was in at 90%, I think a lot more people would contributed to it and actually got a second mask. Cut Ice got 62 billion and Disco Molly in last place, 53 billion. So that's $2 million on average per played heist. 2.6, right? Or $644,000 on average per minute. So for your heisting fantasies here, heist completed 116,000. That's loud and stealth. And supposedly 21,000 of those heists were actually stealth heists, which is fairly low. And the average heist duration was 16.39 minutes. Team efforts here, so going solo 16%, splitting the bill, so 2 players is 24%, missing a friend, which is 3 players, is 15%, and full crew 45%. It's actually crazy that solo players did more than trios. That's actually wild by 1%, but still funny though. And tools of choice, 44% chose the Car 4 and 53% chose the Signature 40. Very basic loadout here. KU-59 is always a good classic AK weapon to be carrying around, but only 12% though. That's pretty interesting. And the SP Model 2 Classic 1911, 28%. All right, future events here. Despite just making a whole blog about what didn't work as we wanted, we are happy with having run an event. We're already planning more events for the future, bigger, stronger, faster. The community will help us shape the next event to be better. So thank you for sharing your thoughts with us on Reddit, Twitter, and the Discord. And then don't forget the music here for the last part of this post. We wanted to remind everyone that Payday soundtrack is now available on most streaming platforms. It's going to be volume 1 and there is 15 songs, I believe, and they're pretty good. But other than that, that's pretty much it for this post here. I did go out of my way to highlight some of these key points in coral color. That is the color if you're wondering. I actually think Starbreeze or whoever's watching this from the dev team or whoever's running the website, I do believe you should use the color coral. I was looking at the color scheme. I'm like, coral isn't too bad because if you scroll down here, you're using like a coralish color. This could be like orange, you know what I mean? Orangish red, but hey, it matches. And I wasn't planning on matching. I was just like, yo, this is a good color. It goes good with the background. It pops out, stands out. So you just don't have white bold letters and is getting confused with the all the other white letters, you know what I mean? So please take that as a compliment or a suggestion to use coral because I think it would be nice, you know what I mean? Or you can just do green, whatever you want to do. But highlight the key points in a different color, please. Thank you.